Hi, Tuccis. It's D Money.
And Roris.
Two good Tuccis ready to talk iconic friendships of film and television. This week we are discussing and dissecting Han Solo and Chewbacca of Star Wars.
Hey. If you don't remember or know, a good Tucci is that BFF who's got your back and is there for you no matter what. You know, similar to Stanley Tucci in nearly every movie role. And Tucci, if you're listening, what color would your lightsaber be? I think I'm prone to purple, but then I really kind of like red. Just curious.
Hmm. I say pulsating red.
Pulsating, that's good. That's good. It's good featuring. I like her.
But
Yes.
neither one of them had a lightsaber, Han Solo or Chewbacca.
Correct.
And I would say out of all of the Tucci's we've talked about thus far, as ex Real Housewives New Jersey housewife would say, Carolyn Manzo, as she
Mm.
would say, they are thick as thieves.
Oh,
Thick as
yes.
thieves.
Well,
But they're like the
quite
thickest
literally.
Tucci's so far.
Probably. Probably the most extensive history. Probably.
Well, most documented, I should say, because
Well,
some of these people go back, but like we just didn't see it.
true. True. And as we know, over time, we even get, like this universe does, we revisit, we get the backstory, we get the history, we get the origin story, which we love.
Hmm.
So they're good time gals for sure. And
We get spin-offs and spin-offs and
and
spin-offs.
spin-offs. It keeps going. Yep.
Hmm.
1000. So are we the popular question with the universe is, are we starting at the beginning or are we starting where they start?
Um, well,
Because
how
there's a
about
lot to cover.
let's start at the beginning. That's a very good place to start. It's, are you a fan? I feel like I'm appreciative of Star Wars.
Oh
I've
yeah.
enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
I've grown up with it, but I'm not like naming every planet. I can't even do that with our own solar system.
The public school systems, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. Oh, Lady Gaga taught me more planets than my, like, what is it, like third, fourth grade?
Thank you, GUI. I do still remember the planets, even the ones that we decide to come and let be planets and let not be planets and all of the
Oh
good
yeah,
jazz.
I can't keep up. Can't be bothered.
So much. I am a fan, not out of this world fan, if you will. I don't give me the eyes. Don't give me the eyes. But yes, I grew up on Star Wars. My dad was a big fan, and he just let it be known. So we watched all the movies. We went to all the new movies. We did the binge sessions. We did the nine. And then I've watched them all again in recent years. It's probably been a few years. It was a good COVID hobby, if we all recall the time that was. So yeah, but same. I don't even know all character names. I don't even know, like, I am not promising anything grandeur here, but
Mhm.
high appreciation for
Oh yeah,
sure.
love it.
Love the
Love it.
storytelling,
Beautiful
love the
gowns, lovely
FX.
gowns.
Thank
Watched
you.
the last story through the Lego game. So that's how I
Ah,
found out the
sure.
conclusion,
Okay.
but haven't actually watched the last one. But love Star Tours. There's a
Hey,
Star Wars and then there's a Star Tours.
correct.
Love a
Big
Star
fan.
Tours where you can actually go and see the Wookiee planet and don't know if it's Chewbacca or not,
Hmm.
but probably get a little peek.
Little cousin, little family, somewhere in there.
Um, but not only are they good Tucci's, but they're literally co-pilots, Han Solo and Chewbacca.
Absolutely. Literally. Yeah.
Literally
That's,
co-pilots.
I love the moment of that kind of show off and that little connection where Chewie just says, "I got this. Step aside."
Oh yeah, when it's all crazy and he literally just does a little reach around and
He
just pull that
said,
control
"Press,
board.
flip, click, done. You're welcome."
Hmm.
That's a Tucci. She said, "I got you, gal. You're
He's
struggling. Let's step in. Let's pick up some pieces here."
That's like one of like the I don't say like the first interaction, but it's one of the first moments you see of them. And there's different versions. We talked about this before the show. There's
Yes.
like the book version, the novelization, which came first, which all of this is based off of, and then there was the movies. And the movies changed it
Well,
because the
don't they
companies changed it.
always? Right.
So, in the book, I guess Han is like a lieutenant or something
Okay.
for in the Imperial Navy, and Chewie is aboard this ship, and Han is ordered to skin Chewie because obviously Chewie's got like that pelt of fur, and Han helps him escape instead.
Okay,
And
thank
then
you. Yes.
Han is owed a life debt to Chewie, and like that's like how they go off and go with their adventures and everything.
That tracks because one thought I had was, and this kind of comes into how we will rate things later and everything, but Chewie is a ride or die.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Chewie
Like no
is
questions,
there,
just
no
steps in.
questions.
But that gets to my point. Well, first I have a question,
Let's go.
and then I have a point.
Are you answering yourself? Let's go.
My question is, like, do you think they're hanging out because of this said life debt, if we're basing it off of like that storyline, or are they actually hanging around because they want to be around? And my point is, like, Chewie has stepped in so many times to get Han's back, like step in to like get a shot or something, or like be
Yeah,
his backup. Like that
yeah.
debt has repaid itself 10 times over, 20 times over, 100 times over. So he's still sticking around. So has it been paid and he's still sticking around? Has it not been officially repaid because of like, I don't know, the severity of the situation? But in the end, like, you saved each other's life.
True. And I kind of feel like it could go like the few different ways there. Like for one, do we know, we'll say maybe culturally with Wookiees, like what severity does that hold?
Mm-hmm.
And like, is it as simple as like, yes, I'll save your life in return and that's that? Or is it kind of an eternal gratitude of had a huge gesture, so now like I am forever thankful and like whatever. But I do feel like, and we kind of see over time a little bit, they build the rapport. And like it definitely was a growth. And they kind of started off just like definitely acquaintances. And then it was like work buddies. But then they get into the level of sarcasm and just understanding alone how many people can even understand Chewbacca. So that right there, like that's you got something.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it kind of grew into the point where now it is just a little Tucciship and they enjoy each other's company and they fight and they frustrate and they do the blah blah blah. But you can't be that ride or die and not just because the first time I take a bullet for you after you save my life, thank you so much. It was great knowing ya.
Uh-huh.
But then,
I have things to do, thank you so much.
right. But then if we become tutus in the process, well then, there we go. Now we're even and what's next, Beesh? Let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I think it's everything. It's all of the above.
It's all of it. It's hard to think of one without the other. Obviously, like Han has
Yeah.
other extensions, like especially if you want to get into like the newer parts of like the movies of like you have like his extensions of like his son, or like also like you think of Leia, and like it just shoots out through all of that. But you can't think of Han without Chewie, and I feel like vice versa. And it's like that thing when you say their name, you're just like Han and Chewie. Like you think that's somebody's name. Like back in the day, there was Disney animators. Their name was Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnson, and people would say Frank and Ollie, and they thought the person's name
It was
was
like
Frank and
one
Ollie,
person.
not thinking it
Yeah.
was two people.
I
So
totally
this
see
is
that.
like Han and Chewie.
They're a partnership, they're a duo from that first time. Like we
Mhm.
don't really see them apart unless like a mission calls for it or they get separated and then it's immediately like, where's Chewie? We gotta find Chewie. Like
Mhm.
it's a mission. So again, yeah, there's a deep connection that is grown there. You
Because
can't
if one is literally, if one isn't there, they're serving the other one, so they can be there.
correct rekindle. We are together. This is only it's a polyamorous friendship. It is
um,
us plus.
their friendship is also like a testament to like you don't need to be the same species to be friends.
I, I,
Just
I,
literally.
well, let's look at, I mean, even in our own universe and galaxy,
Mhm. Like
man's best
pets and
friend,
things.
absolutely. So we get that, but this is a whole new level. And throwing back to the understanding conversationally, communically, that's something that we never get. But If it works, it works, gal. Sometimes I
Hmm.
feel like I'm not maybe from this planet, so they could say the same for us. Maybe, who knows? I'd like to say that we could relate in that way, not being the same species. Who knows?
Right.
Look at us.
They also have like I guess it's a bad habit of mine now. I'm realizing of asking a question and then making a point and then still putting it in my notes to do the same thing. So my question is, do you think that Han Solo can actually understand Chewbacca? Because I have a point to make.
So the counter here then is that he doesn't understand and is basically just having a single-handed narrative, right? So he just is making up everything that is happening there and then just talking to himself essentially. Is that your
Kind of
point?
like can you imagine because I feel like I do that with pets, but I also do the voices like
Guilty.
in rebuttal or like
Guilty.
to respond to me or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So like can you imagine if Han Solo was out here doing this with a Wookiee?
For
And like
decades.
can you imagine like Chewie, you wanna go walkies?
You want to go walkies?
Yeah, you wanna go walkies, Chewie? He
Oh my
goes,
god.
"Oh, I wanna go walkies."
I can't with the walkies. I
Uh-huh.
can't with the
So
walkies. I I just kind of fall under the impression they tell me he understands Chewie. He seems like he understands Chewie. I'm gonna say he understands Chewie.
mhm.
But I'm very interested now to hear your counter argument.
So my point is that I guess there's like again, I appreciate it. I'm not like a super fan, so I had to look this up. I guess there's a difference in languages. Like I guess what we would call English is basic, and then there's galactic. So Han Solo understands basic and galactic.
Okay.
Chewie does not understand galactic, just Wookiee and basic. So where they overlap is the basic.
So
Huh?
uh I sure.
So I they can't understand each other.
So Wookie Chewie
Basic.
just can't speak basic, but he can understand basic.
Hmm.
And then we at some
And
point
then when he
see
speaks Wookiee, Han Solo can understand the Wookiee.
and then return in basic. And at some point we see that he
Hmm.
does learn a little Wookie and can have brief little moments of something. Which
So
like,
yeah, they can't understand each other. Han Solo's not just saying, "Let's go walkies,"
let's go
because
walkies.
there go those arms, Mama.
Those arms.
Which also bring me to my next point is
Those
like
arms.
they're one of those two cheese where it's like when C 3CP or C3PO and R2D2 finally meet each other with Chewbacca, like when that whole group gets up and Han Solo's there, he's like warning 3PO to be like, look out, your arms will get popped out.
Oh,
He's one of those Tuccis that like talks up the friend so the friend doesn't have to act a fool. You know what
oh
I mean?
yeah.
Like I none of us need to take it to that level. He will go there, but I'm letting you know he will go there, so it doesn't have to go there.
Right. It is high
Hmm.
possibility. I got
Hmm.
just so you know.
Like we're not trying to kill the mood, but it will happen.
Just so you know, and your
Check yourself.
children will someday know.
So your children's know and your children's children know.
Thank you so much. Legacy legendary.
Right.
Yes. You said a few names there, and then I forgot exactly who you were referencing in which moment. So
Just some
that's where I'm
droids.
at.
Not
Yeah, I love
just some droids, the droids.
the droids.
These storytellers.
I love the droids. I
We
don't know
love the
what it is.
storytellers. I love the droids the most, and not just like 3PO and R2D2. It's like all of them just because
Yeah.
they have no emotion on their face, but they have so much emotion. My favorite is a gonk droid.
Ooh,
It's
a
like a
gonk
little
droid.
like trash can with feet. It just goes gonk gonk gonk.
Yes. Yes. I see
Hmm.
that for you. I of course I like any of the little flying droids. I think those are fun and cool. They're just cool. And then some of them, even with no emotion, they're just cute.
I love a little pit droid, like the one you're like hit the nose.
Just a little punching bag. Aw. Hit it.
Let's see. I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to look at my notes, and I'm one of my things is like obviously these are like fictional characters, but like even if they were real, they're like running around in space. They're doing this, they're doing that. I don't know how to relate to that, and I'm trying to like flesh them out in my mind, like how they would be in the real world.
Sure, sure, sure. I
So like I'm
mean,
just trying to think of like the things that they do.
the closest
Like,
sense of relatability would be childhood imagination, right? Because let me
uh-huh.
tell you, I surely was in the backyards, in the woods, because she's from the sticks, let me tell you, okay? So we were in the backyard, in the woods, just climbing on rocks, running around trees and pathways and trails. Mom, but we were living our Star Wars adventure. Were we on Tatooine? Absolutely not. Not with all that. But we had our moment, but that's the closest I can relate. I'm not out here doing parkour and shit like
Were you out
that.
there with life debts? Fulfilling life debts?
We like to believe we were. Theoretically to each other. Uh-huh.
For
Metaphorically.
for me and my sis.
Correct. We had our little group, our little friend group. We were deep in it. We were children. The
Ooh.
children. How do you relate them? Are you able to relate them to real life? How do you see Han Solo and Chewbacca just walking down the street today?
So that's what I'm trying to do. Like I feel like they'd be in LA or
Okay.
New York or something because of like what they're doing. Like they're hanging out with royalty, so like you got to be in like a cosmopolitan area somewhere like desirable.
I don't know. It kind of gives me Breaking Bad. And I think they're just set up in this just
Well,
like,
that's the other points. Like they're smuggling. What are you
yeah,
smuggling, gal?
well, we got
What you
options
running?
today. But I feel
The
like they would
ride
be set
at
up in
California
like,
Adventure, or oh my God, California Adventure. Oh my goodness, the ride at Disneyland, uh, is Smuggler's Run, and it's literally what Chewbacca. Like, what we running, gal?
what you want to run, gal?
What are we running?
What you need? They got you. But yeah, I feel like they would be kind of set up somewhere deserted, like maybe in the middle of a desert, very Area 51 vibe, just kind of maybe this little shack that you wouldn't think anything of. And then there's this whole underground something. Like, I don't know.
Not an underground
Why
something. Is
not?
it in the budget?
You tell me all the smuggling they doing, is it in the budget?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't do their
I'm not
taxes.
their accountant. I'm not taking
I don't think they have
taking note
one.
of their finances.
I don't think they have one. But I do agree about who they hang out with, who they intertwine with. So like
Hmm.
it would still make sense that you would get the little private visits and the whatever. Uh Sorry, I just had a moment of trauma thinking the door had moved. And I just needed to check my surroundings. uh but I see them frequent. They're frequent flyers. They be traveling. I mean,
Hmm.
let's look at the history already. They are boot scooting boogieing it about. So they're just here and there. They're on the East Coast, they're on the West Coast. It's intercontinental. It's everywhere you want to be, everywhere you need to be.
They're the
Yeah.
people with like in their social media bios where they have like the cities with the arrow to the next city.
But it takes up, they run out of characters. And so they just have
So
to
yeah,
refresh
it's
it
just
every
like where
day.
what?
Yeah.
Where are you though? What is it?
Where
What
aren't
is
I?
it?
Where aren't I? Do you see? So,
Um,
quick
what?
question before you move your point there. Do we see Han Solo and Chewbacca like as is? Like, is it Chewbacca the Bigfoot walking down the streets? Are we integrating that into our universe? Because I love this.
I don't think so. I would welcome it,
Please.
but I don't think so. I feel like I also because they're like in some shady places,
Mm.
and like the only thing I can relate to in those shady places is like not like the back rooms so much, but like maybe like the gay bar. So like definitely have
We're
seen some Han and
familiar.
Chewies around at the gigs and the ganders.
Uh huh. And they do
And
be
maybe
gandering.
that's what it's like. Maybe it's like a bear
Mm.
and then just like a silver daddy, maybe if you want to equate to that.
I see full like hippie bear because you gotta have the long hair and probably a
Oh yeah, yeah,
beard.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've definitely seen a few. I might have lived with one.
A
Just
Chewie or a
just a
Han.
roommate situation, not at anything. But I feel like I know a Chewie. I know a Wookiee. Just Wookieing about.
Just a little bit of Wookiee.
Just Wookiee.
Mm-hmm.
What that Wookiee do?
What that Wookiee
Ugh.
do.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you.
But maybe that's the best way to like flesh them out is they're a homosexual couple living in.
Oh, mama, the straights are gonna love this one.
This is how I'm shipping.
Oh, get my giddy feet just kicking under my desk.
Just
Oh, I see. I stan it. I ship it. I stan it.
the humanoid Chewbacca.
Listen, I'm not always into bears myself. If I see the right one, I'll go for it. But get your zhuzh. If the chemistry
Hmm.
is there, that little silver daddy and the bear, I'd watch it. I'd, I'd tune in. Let's be real. Just get a little
I bet you
sample.
would. I bet you would.
Of course she would. Ooh.
Um, now who will play
Yes.
her? No, we'll just.
Who did play her? Who hiding
Uh,
under all that fur?
well, I guess this would be a little bit more of a personal question between us, not so much about like
Oh, I love. Let's go.
others, but it's still hypothetical.
Oh no.
So one of us is cryogenically frozen in carbon.
I see you.
What does the other one do? Because the other one was a part in
Just cry
a
in a corner? Like I
plan to infiltrate and help escape.
well, that would be the gig, right? Like say you get frozen.
That is the game.
That is the like what other option is there other than figure out a way to rectify the situation? Like
Hmm.
we got to get you out, gal. So like I don't know who, what, when, where, why, or how I'm recruiting, but recruitments are happening, and we're figuring out. Like I don't know how to. I'm not a
Is
Star
it a
Wars.
GoFundMe?
That's the answer. GoFundMe.
Just,
I I don't know what I'm
can you
buying
imagine writing out that description? Well, my friend got frozen in carbonite
again.
again.
I saw maybe this would be the answer. I in some reviewing and researching and just studying, catching up for today's episode. I of course got recommended a video of these guys at some industry doing their best to build a real life lightsaber. And
Mhm.
they're not far off, I'll tell you that.
Oh, it's crazy.
They're getting the goods together and I'm excited to see where it goes.
It's mostly light, but almost as much saber at this point.
I'm seeing some that are full on flame, so like they are cutting through steel doors and do I'll send you a clip later cuz she is it's happening, girl. They are here, they are upon us and it looks lovely. So, I guess I'm just calling them. I don't know. You got the technology. You got the saber. Come save the day, gal. I don't know. That's who I'm recruiting.
Hmm.
Shout out to you guys. I forgot your name. Well, shout out. That's all I got. So how you getting me out, gal? What's the plan?
I
You
have
coming
no
up in there with a
idea
little knife?
because, like, well, I do have. I don't want to say I have no idea. I should just go with my instincts, and my instincts are call the cousins. Always call the cousins.
Call the cousins.
Mm-hmm.
What's up,
Call
cuz?
call them cousins, girl.
So what them cousins do? Ooh,
They take care of it. Like it's
everything.
like Pookie and them.
Yep. Okay. All
Mm-hmm. You
right.
know when it's like call up Pookie and them? Yeah, it's like my
Done.
cousins.
Done.
Mm-hmm. I just don't have a cousin Pookie.
I don't. I don't.
No.
No. We have enough nicknames. We can make it happen. It's fine.
Now, one of us owes a life debt to the other. How are we?
Now we've touched on this a little bit
Hmm.
in a different kind of format. I don't. At this point, I feel like we already do.
Hmm. That's what I was gonna say.
Like
Like a metaphorical life debt, but
we've
like
not had to like put up fisticuffs. Yeah, I said it. Or take a bullet for the other. We've thankfully not been in those situations. But at this point,
it's like
what
our
are we
friendship is
not
like those
doing?
captions when they're like, "I didn't adopt my cat adopted me." Like, you like
Yes, I am a feral
and
cat.
saved me. Like it's that level.
I'm a feral cat. You put out a little food, and eventually we got some pets, and now here we are. We made it.
We got a little bit of whiskers, and we good. Now we do walkies, and we're
No,
fine.
oh, not the walkies. Just me in a little harness. Is that what you're getting at?
Just a little cat named Chewy.
A little cat named Chewy.
Oh goodness.
That's what I'm naming my next cat. Done. Done.
Just meow.
Meow.
Hmm.
My goodness. Star Wars
Oh
Beesh.
goodness.
Chewy. We
Yeah,
here.
that Wookiee. That
Would you? Okay, we're in this galaxy, we're in this universe, and it's all possible, it's all capable. That adds intergalactic travel. Like, okay, we're gonna get a little real here. Think of the jobs that that's adding for one, and not in just a sense of like jobs like there's jobs out, blah blah blah. There's so much more opportunity for like you, me as a person, to say, what do I want to do with my life? Are you becoming the Star Tours? Are you out on the ships? Are you doing the intergalactic travel? Are you doing XYZ? Are you staying grounded? You said, no, 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 I'm good down here and I'll stay here. I'll support the missions, but I can't be doing all that. You want to be flying
I don't think
about?
I could be traveling all of the time. I feel like I could have like a home somewhere and then
Mm-hmm.
go out and then come back to. I can't just be
You're not on
like
the
my ship
road.
is not my base. I can't. I can't.
Yeah,
I need to touch grass.
that part though, honestly. But then you could touch all the grass and the crazy grass
Well, yeah, I just go
and
out
the
for
deadly grass.
like 4 days and then come back.
I don't, part of me, oops, sorry. Part of me likes to think I could do it, but I don't know. Like, I like the idea of just seeing the universe, seeing the
Where you
galaxy.
going, girl? Girl, where you think you're going?
Okay. All
Going,
right.
girl.
Girl. Girl. I don't know. I just think it would be like I'd be fine. I think I like to travel as it is. I don't even do it as much as I would like to. So like I'd get worn out, sure. But I've got a base and I could stop anywhere I wanted. And I could always make a trip back home, I guess. So like, why not? But I don't that's the thing though, is what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not trying to be getting in the battles. I'm not trying to smuggle. I'm not trying to I don't know, I could probably smuggle.
I'm not trying to get like obliterated in the vacuum of space.
No. I just want to travel. It's for leisure. This has nothing to
I'm
do
trying to
with
be like in one of
business.
these, but with arms. Just a nice swivel.
That me right? You just can't see the arms, but I'm here, and I also can't swivel because of my setup. But it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, just
Like
looking out, looking
I
at the
want
views.
like I'll take like the diversity of Star Wars, but I wanted to be living in it like Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century.
Speaking it, yes,
So
please.
that's like the vibe. Like I know like her thing was like falling out of the sky or whatever, but like I I just want like just
You just live in
chill.
it. You're just
I just
there.
want like my Raven Simone bestie, my good Tucci, and
Hey,
then we just go through.
that's the thing. If
Wait.
I did it, if I'm doing it, I've got to have the right crew. I'm not doing it by myself. Are you kidding me? Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not expecting all the Tucci's to jump on board, be traveling 365 days a year. But every once in a while, I pop by, I scoop you up for a week or two, and we go somewhere. We have our fun times. Then I take you home, and it's good. But like
Not a literal abduction.
literally, you get no say. I'm showing up. Chewbacca's throwing you over his shoulder, and we're hitting the road.
Just don't fight the Wookiee.
Well, as we see how that turns out, chances of you winning, sweetie, low.
My thing, okay, here's my thing with Chewbacca.
Okay, let's get into it.
Chewbacca loves an accessory, obviously. What's in all of the pouches?
Look,
See?
there's so many.
What's in what is like why you need so many pockets? That's like the equivalent of like Wookiee cargo shorts.
And do we ever see him use them?
I don't know, because he's
Is it
not
just
even
ammo?
like Batman. He's not like Wookiee Rang.
Full utility pouch. But
Hmm.
for what? It's snacks. That's all it is.
Even too, like Han Solo, he loves the pocket, like he's fly fishing.
I love a pocket.
A vest pocket?
I love a pocket. I don't use them. I love them.
I wore a vest like Han Solo when I was Smokey the Bear, but it was filled with frozen ice packs. So like it's like a vest with pockets and then you put it in so you're not overheating. It feels so lovely,
Oh,
so
because you were
good. If you're a
smoking the
drag
ice.
queen, I highly suggest it.
Oh, if there was a way to do it without the bulk, sweetie.
Oh, can you imagine? No, not even just like in between numbers
Or you just walk off
maybe,
and just put on your
like
little
as a
ice
quick cool
jacket.
down, or like if
Yes.
you're just doing like because you know how people are just like body queens.
If there's not a
Like
walk-in freezer available, highly recommend. Because
mm-hmm.
that surely
And
did
then
spend some
it's like
time.
two pockets down the front, and then like at least like two or three down the back, and then you just fill them with ice packs, and you just put it on, and you're like, ooh, it's 100 degrees out, but not in here.
Not in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they're fine because it gets cold in space. You know.
So other than ice packs, I don't know what I would put in those pockets, like in that vest. Especially because you're like running around, like are things doing it? Especially you're running, not only running around, you're running away. So you don't want to Hansel and Gretel things out that pocket.
Also, that no
Hmm.
breadcrumbs, no trails.
Or you have things in your pocket and then next you're in a trash compactor sloshing around as one does. And
Do you?
now that phone is just, sorry about it, not under warranty and it's wet.
Dang. That's a good question. I would just fill it with snacks.
Just Cheeto Puffs.
Just one in each. It'll pick me up along the way.
I love a bread roll in a pocket.
I got too excited. I know what you love. Oh, that got me. You love your little, what are they called? Those little, the little calendars. Why am I blanking on the name of the type of the calendar now? That's how you treat it. You just put one
Oh,
little different something.
an advent calendar.
Yes, your advent calendar of your little sash. Just put one little different something in each one. So every time you go to pull a little snack, it's a gummy. Ooh, it's a Cheeto. Ooh, it's a milk. I don't know what you want to eat, but it's whatever you want to eat. Maybe something you don't want to eat. And just a little snack. Just a little snack.
Just a the
Maybe one's a breath
here's a
mint,
broccoli because I have to have something green. Like yeah, I'm talking about chest pockets, and I'm like, let's see what kind of snacks do I have in here?
a
None.
creature crawls out.
Can you imagine
I
if it
would,
just went full alien
I can, and I would love it. I would love to see it.
next time?
Okay, thank you. Talk to yourself. Get yourself in
We're
order.
not rigged on that today.
Okay,
Uh, now I don't know you. Mm, hmm.
I agree.
Wholeheartedly.
Absolutely.
Did you get to the end of the story?
Of their story,
Uh huh.
I have seen it, and I've clipped it to refresh on it. Am I the most familiar? No.
It's because like again, we've talked about spoilers on this show, and like it's been since 2015. Like Han Solo gets killed, but
Yeah.
like right in front of Chewbacca.
No. No.
First of all, like I don't want to sound like a fanboy or anything, but like all of Han Solo's story, like build up, and I guess you can say this for anybody, but like all of Han Solo's like story and life, just for it to like literally end like that, like right then and there. Like I know you can say that about anybody. Like everybody has like their own story, and then like
But it's
just for
all in the
somebody else to
way.
like be like, yeah, no, it's over. Like, who are you to say that? First of all, you like it's crazy,
That is a question. That is a
but it's
question
just.
that's relevant in a lot of ways. However,
Mhm.
comma, yeah,
And then he
that's
does
Hollywood.
Wookiee gargles. I can't even make a Wookiee sound. Not even gonna try to.
No, thank you. Can't do it. We
But then
tried
also too,
before.
like you got a blaster.
Do something. I don't know that. How much are you reacting? You see me right then and there. Stabbed, shot, something, done, gone. You witness it.
It depends on if I have a blaster or not.
What if you have a weapon? Are you just immediately popping? You
It
just quick
depends.
fire, pew pew. Like that's what's going down.
I don't know. I feel like I like our like it's sad, but like we tell each other like, well, only one of us can have a bad day. Like
Yeah,
like we both can't like I don't want to end up in the same way. Like we both can't have a bad day. Like that was your bad day.
my bad. I'm dead. I have no more bad
Yeah,
days.
that's your day. That's like we can't have like we both can't have a bad day
So
that
you
day.
get to claim every day after that.
Uh-huh.
But right
So
now,
like I wouldn't do something to get myself killed, but like I would definitely there'd be a reaction to it. Like I'm definitely not like a frozen person when it comes to fight or
like a drop
flight.
to your knees wailing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I feel like I would have emotion and that emotion would get turned into my response, but like the mourning would be hard, but like that wouldn't be like that could take secondary. You know what I mean?
Well, you're gonna have to process what you just
Hmm.
witnessed for a little
Yeah,
bit first.
like once like that spike cooled down and like the adrenaline
The
was done and I
adrenaline, yes.
realized,
Oh, she's done.
mm-hmm,
And that's when she might get real dangerous. That's
mm-hmm.
anger. She's, I'm gonna hunt you down. I see that for you.
Get real Liam Neeson with it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm,
I will find you.
mm-hmm.
Damn.
But also too, like being the gay friend and like watching like friends go off and like have families, like get your kid, get your boy.
Wait, what?
Because Ben gets killed by his son, or Han Solo is
Yes,
Ben's
yes, yes.
dad, and
Yeah,
Ben
okay,
kills
thank you,
his
thank you, thank
dad.
you. I was
So
just like,
no matter what, we'll always be the Chewbacca.
well, I guess that's true. See, that's more reason. Don't have kids.
Just get your
Don't do
boy.
it. Mama, that's a whole new full circle than you imagined. I could not have anticipated. I will say, though, I do appreciate that this is one time in one story, and it obviously happens in others, but like we get to see kind of the full cycle, right? We don't always get to, there's been a few things maybe we talked about where things kind of just get left off. And you either assume an ending or you get an idea, but you don't really get the whatever. We kind of know what happens here. We know for sure part of what happens, but then
Hmm.
we're at least as far as the friendship itself, the Tucciship is.
Oh yeah, because the story keeps going and Chewbacca's around, but like, yeah, you kind of see like you see the beginning of their friendship, like when they
Mhm.
first meet, and you see the end of the friendship because one checked out.
Well, spoiler, I guess. Lifetime Tucciship. What there was no other
Well,
way.
I want to say, like, if we want to get to, is it a like a what is it, reason season lifetime? I feel like
Yeah,
it's a season for Chewbacca, but it's a lifetime for Han, and I say that because he's like almost like what, like 150 or something when they meet him.
he was.
When
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So
forget the
it's like
number,
not
but
even a lifetime. Even if it's 30,
true.
40, 50 years, all right, that's a third. That's a season.
And I guess it's how you're looking because if we look at like, would it be a life like at this point had Han Solo not died? Like, obviously Chewbacca's probably still outliving Han Solo at this
Oh
point.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But would it have kept going just for the sake like until it could just no longer keep going?
Hmm.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
at
like
that
it
point,
wouldn't there wouldn't be a falling out or something.
but fully based looking at the way you did like with timeline, like for Chewbacca, that's like a week. We were friends for about a week. And
Yeah,
then
like oh yeah, I remember that was like my elementary school. Like they were roommates. Like they were like college roommates
kinda,
basically.
kinda sharing the ship,
Hmm.
sharing a cockpit. Oop. So yeah, but it also like it's another where it just kind of it started out very much because of a reason, and
Hmm.
it wasn't just a friendship that started growing. Like there was a savior, a life debt, and all this other stuff, and then they were just like, oh, I get you, I like you, stick
Yeah, like
around, let's do stuff.
we've had like random friendships, but most of them aren't like friendship settings. They're not like, oh, you like pizza, I like pizza, we're friends. It's
Best
literally,
friends,
it's like they have to work through it or some things. So,
and you don't even really see like it's never really treated as a friendship.
hmm.
It's just a working like they are coworkers, they are on these missions, they're doing the things, but you
And
get
it
the
becomes like family at some point. But like,
yeah.
you don't the you don't notice the difference because like that's how it's always been since the beginning. But like at some point, like they just aren't like work buddies anymore.
You see it in just the conversation in between
Hmm.
and just how they relate. One of honestly, just one of my favorite moments, and it is a more recent moment of them, is and I forget exactly which film, don't shoot me, it's fine. But they're outside in the snow and they're yelling at whatever her name is, and Chewie's keeping eyes out, and then apparently Chewie starts complaining about being cold. And Solo just quick turns, oh, you're cold? Okay. Let's check it here. Like
Right.
just that quick, like that's our energy. Oh, you're cold, bitch. Okay,
Hmm.
keep it. Let's get real here. Moving on. Like, but I love
Well,
like
meanwhile, full Wookiee suit.
that's just not. There's that little bit of comedy there, and just that. I love it. I love that it's not a friendship, but it is a friendship. It's become a friendship,
Hmm.
and they're
But I
just
also feel like he's like that friend. I don't know if you have like family gatherings and like friends come over and they bring their like your family comes over and they bring their friends and you're like, you're what the hell are you still doing here?
oh, you're still
Because
around.
because they've like been brought around. I feel like that's what it's like with Chewbacca or like Chewie brings Han back to his planet and Han is just like lurking in the background and they're like, what are you still doing with him? Like I feel like it's just that like it turns into family just because of just the time
Yeah.
because it's like 20 years in and it's like, oh, you're still here?
Well,
Okay.
it's just the thing for big trauma bonding here. Hello. All of the things you have witnessed and experienced. But like, even without it being so dramatic, you've just done so much together and you've seen
Mm-hmm.
so much together and you've like explored so much. So, how do you spend that much time in that close proximity with someone experiencing all of this stuff and not get to a point of a deeper connection and relationship? Like, that's just how it happens. That's how friends become best friends, lifelong friends. That's how people get married, marriage.
But again, we don't know if they hooked up, but they at least lived together. So,
They've seen each other naked.
like,
Which I guess we're always all seeing Chewbacca naked.
all of us.
I
It's like
guess.
with a collar on a dog. Like you just take off his little satchel thing,
That's it.
and then it's just, oh, he's naked.
He takes that off and then suddenly it's a blurred image. Yeah. Sensitivity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right then. So we figured out that they're a lifetime Tucci.
Yeah.
Now, who is who? Who would play her?
I
I would
mean,
say because you are a third of my age, I would say
oh,
I am
okay.
Chewbacca, and you would be Han Solo.
I'll give you
But
that.
I feel like I would be wearing the vest maybe a little bit more than you with pockets maybe. I
Likely.
don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I I mean, to a degree, you kind of mentioned we're both kind of the Han Solo in a lot of ways, but I feel like you're a take charge kind of gal. You like to be in the lead. You like to be in control when you can't. You like to just not necessarily control, but just like know what's going on. You like let's set the game plan. Let's make shit
Mm-hmm.
happen. So in that regard, I feel like you're probably a Han Solo in a lot of ways, and you can at sometimes be a little reactionary,
Mm-hmm.
and that's very Han Solo energy. With some of our dynamic, I'm kind of like we both have the moments, but I'm like a go along with a gal. Like, yeah, sure, let's go, that's fun. And that's very Chewbacca energy. Like, I'm here, ride or die. You need a decision made. Let's make a decision. But at the same time, you want to do something. Let's do something. Like, let's go. And we both
I
share
don't know
that
if
a
you've
little
realized
bit.
or like if it started off that way or if it's evolved, but like Chewbacca's little cross thing is actually like a satchel. Like it's like a little bag.
Okay,
And
I
so
love a
like
satchel.
I picture instead of that for you, you're just a canvas bag.
Oh, I have just a little simple black crossbody bag. It's just got a little studded
So that's
action.
you. It's you, Chewbacca, but with the canvas
Do
bag.
I need to get? Do we need the witness? Because she's right over. I can grab her, but that's
No,
fully
Johnny
my
Appleseed, I
energy.
believe you. Huh?
Wow, the disrespect. No, that's very mean. That's my energy. I just, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're a little bit more Han, I think. I'm going to place you there.
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
So
Well,
there we have it then, gals.
so there's
Woo.
a lot to cover with such a duo. The time span, the
Oh, too much
everything.
story to pick from. Too
So,
much. And then, like I said at the top, like, are we doing book? Are we doing movie? Because I know we talk about film and TV, but we also talk about what? Beyond. And
and
I
beyond.
don't got time to read the books. Reading
That's
books, I'm reading Roger Rabbit. Let me tell you, it has nothing to do with the movie. It is a series, so maybe I'm coming up to it, but otherwise they just took the world and ran with it. That's a different story though.
she's for another day. We'll revisit
Mm-hmm.
her. No, I like that when we have the opportunity that we can talk about also maybe the book or whatever that it is based on, the media there. So like I do like that we mix that in a little bit today.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's always differences. So it's good to fun and point out because we're talking about the Tucciship. We're not talking about the whole universe. We're not talking about the main storyline. We're really talking about the friendship, these two or three, however many people. So when we can reference the differences there, I think they make a big difference sometimes in how this relationship plays out or how it got started, maybe, or how it ended. So it is fun to just dabble with the multiverse, I guess, that is some of these films, like at this point. So yeah, no, I appreciate that. But I mean, we do still have a couple minutes. So final thoughts on this Tucci ship. Any other favorite moments, situational things that you see us in that we like? I don't. There's just
I don't
it's
know,
all
because
simple
again,
little
like this is
things,
why I was trying to make them real because it's like we aren't going around flying ships.
right?
We aren't even together like that all the time. So
True.
like I was trying to make them real, but I don't know. I could find us and some gay bars with hairy people. I don't know.
I think we've been there a time or two.
Oh yeah, we've
We've
definitely
seen it.
sat at the cantina
Oh
at a
yeah.
booth
Oh
and watched
yeah.
some little blue-faced Guido come over.
That part. It is what it is.
I am that blue-faced Guido.
You are. I wasn't gonna say anything, but ladies and gentlemen, let the record
I am
state.
baby.
Oh, well. So you mentioned at the beginning, because I had to throw in a comment of lightsabers, just because Star Wars universe, everyone has loved or does love or wants a lightsaber. They're just cool. This Tucciship, like you point out, they don't have the lightsabers. What's your choice weapon? Are you going for a gun? Are you going for a...
I don't know. They had some cool things like the blasters and stuff.
Of course.
I don't know. I'd probably have like a little droid buddy that did my dirty work, my bidding.
I could see that.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Little shoulder something.
Yeah. No breadcrumbs. No fingerprints. Simple and easy.
A little, yeah. Just go on.
I'm sticking with childhood me. I'm getting that lightsaber. We're making that happen.
Yes.
Especially if why not be a Jedi? Because I got to be chosen for that.
Oh, okay.
I don't get to make that choice.
Okay, we can't just find something. We gotta just have all.
But
of
at
the
least no, because then at
midichlorians.
least you could get your long range. So because you could throw it, you could control it, use the Force, the whole nine. If I were to be so lucky, because I would prefer a long range weapon. I don't want to be a bitty face.
Oh my God,
That's
you're the kid
uncomfortable.
that's like getting attacked during the game, and then all of a sudden you're just like naming out the different superpowers you all of a sudden have to counteract the attacks you're getting. You're like,
Disagree.
no, now I'm invisible. Oh, just kidding. I can fly now too. Oh, force field.
Disagree. You just pick the best one, and then you don't have to worry about it.
And then she's like, infinity times 10.
Oh my God. No, but I knew the kid. I was related to the kid. Let's talk about the cousins.
The call's coming from inside the house.
Oh, the cousins. I mean, I guess that's that one, gal. Han and Chewie.
Some Han and Chewie.
Other than getting into like some real heavy decision making stuff, because they do a lot of that, and really
on the fly too, like.
Yeah. Which, to no similar, like, not even in the same realm, but like, we're quick thinkers. We get it.
Oh, we're able. It's not.
It's
like,
just not life or death.
Yeah, it's not life or death, but we're able to like make a quick decision, not second guess it, and keep moving.
Thank you. Yeah. So like that's good. But there's just how do you relate to intergalactic smugglers? That's all I'm saying.
You make them gay.
Hi. It's my favorite thing to do.
Well, thank you for listening on your favorite podcatcher and watching along on YouTube.
As always, you can follow along with more of our antics by following us on TikTok and Instagram at Good Tuccis.
And check out our Linktree for additional content, including our Discord community.
Hey.
So until next time, bye Tuccis.
Bye Tuccis.